Greetings, students, and welcome to your syllabus review video. Yay! All right, so we have floating head me in the corner. Hi. And we have your syllabus up. I know it's not the neatest way to do this. It's just the way I can get the screen the biggest. So we're not going to go over the whole thing. You guys can read. You don't need me to read this to you, but there are some things I would like to point out that are kind of important. So the first thing I would like to point out that is kind of important is right here. It is our textbook. Right here is a free textbook, open source, so you don't have to pay for it. If you would like to pay for a physical textbook, you may do so, but you do not have to. So that is a link that should work for you. Also, I would like to direct your attention to my information here. Not only does it have my name, but it has my email address, which is the best way to get a hold of me. And it also has my office hours for the term. So for this term, I have quite a few office hours. You should be able to find me. I will be on campus for an hour on Fridays from 10 to 11 a.m. And I also have 2 hours on Teams on Thursdays from 10 to 12 a.m. where I have office hours. I know a lot of you work full-time jobs during the week and cannot make any of these office hours. That is fine. Email me. I will be more than happy to set up a meeting with you. More than happy to do so. These are just the days that I had them set up, okay? So if you want to drop by, say hi, come visit. I get bored and lonely, so come say hello. I would appreciate that. So we'll go ahead and skip over course description, learning outcomes. You guys can read those whenever you like. Given the nature of online learning, let's go to course expectations here. It is so important that you follow instructions. It is so important that you watch the weekly overview videos, guys. If you consistently do your work, you will do well in this class. I promise. I'm not trying to fail you. I'm really not. Every week there is a weekly overview video and a to-do list. It's really important that you guys use that and that you use it in the order it is presented to you, so that you cover all of the material you need to before you have to take an exam, okay? And the other thing that's really important about this, guys, talk to me. I know it doesn't feel like you have a professor when you're taking online classes, but I promise you, you do. I'm not psychic. I don't know if you're struggling with something if you don't tell me. So please just let me know if you're having problems. I'd be more than happy to help. That's literally my job. I also have a note in here about late work. Often late work is better than no work at all, guys. I don't know when a lot of you decided that a due date means if you don't turn it in on that date, you can never turn it in. That's not what it means. So I would much rather you turn work in late than not at all, because that can really tank your grade really quickly. So let's take a quick look at the course setup here. We have a separate video going over your assignments, but let's just look at your grade overall here. So we kind of have this separated out into test and quizzes and not test and quizzes. So we have a weekly quiz, except for the very last week of class. You have a weekly quiz on Blackboard to do. That's worth 20% of your grade. Fun part about that is you don't even have to get the quizzes right to get credit for them. So yay. We do have 4 exams this semester, totaling 45 points. The first 3 exams are worth 10 points, and then the final exam is worth 15 points. The final exam is cumulative. More on that later. You do have a signature assignment due in this class. Again, there will be videos on this. Basically, it's a big experiment you have to complete. You have to put on your psychology hat and be a psychologist and do a psychology experiment for me. But we'll be working on that throughout the whole term, so don't worry about that right now. And then finally, the bane of every college student's existence, we have discussion board posts. We have 15 points worth of posts. I think it technically says on here that there's 15 posts. There are not 15 posts. It's just 15 points worth of posts. I'm pretty sure there are only 11, one for each week. But you will always be told what there are, I promise. So those are those big ones. Like I said, separate video that will be going over all of your assignments. So we'll go over that separately. But there's one more thing I would like to point out on this, and these are some of my policies for work here. So one, again, please talk to me. That's over and over again, please talk to me. And secondly, AI use. Guys, no, just don't. Please don't. Just please don't. In this class, AI use is considered plagiarism. I know you have other professors that have other things, and that is fine. They can do whatever they like in their classes. But in my classroom, the only computer program you should be using to write anything for me is a word processor. I don't even want you using Grammarly anymore. Grammarly's gone off the deep end. You can't even use it as a normal word processor anymore. So I would really prefer if you're in Google Docs or Word. You shouldn't need something to write for you at this point. You're in college. If you struggle with writing, there are people to help you with that, I promise. But just please do not use AI. I will mark it as plagiarized. All right, and then the last important thing on here is our course schedule. And you will see this is listed by week, obviously, because it's online. Everything's due on a Sunday, with the exception of the very, very last week when everything is due on a Saturday, because your grades are due on a Sunday. So there we go. But here's everything we have, your quizzes, all of the stuff. This is also on Blackboard. So I'm just going to slowly kind of scroll through here so you can kind of see this. But you can look at this at your leisure when you have time for your scheduling. So I just like to make sure everything's up and everything is ready to go for that. So I'll see you guys in the next video then. All right.